Welcome to our look at the dynamic filmography of Steve Carell, a talented actor known for his unique blend of comedy and drama. From his breakout roles in television to becoming a leading man in Hollywood, Carell's journey is filled with memorable performances. Let's explore some of his notable films, along with interesting details about each one. Let's start with Curly Sue, released in October 1991. With a budget of $4.5 million, it grossed $6 million. While it holds an IMDb rating of 6.1 and a Rotten Tomatoes score of 33%. This was one of Carell's early roles that helped him gain recognition in the industry. Next is Bruce Almighty, released in May 2003. This comedy had a budget of $81 million and grossed $242 million. It carries a rating of 6.7 on IMDb and 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. Interestingly, Carell's character, a news anchor, was originally intended to have a much larger role, but it was ultimately reduced, leading him to steal scenes with his comedic timing. Moving on to Bewitched, which premiered in June 2005. This film had a budget of $85 million but only managed to gross $63 million, earning a rating of 5.3 on IMDb and 28% on Rotten Tomatoes. Carell's role was a unique twist, as he played a character who was aware he was in a film, adding a layer of meta-humor. In The 40-Year-Old Virgin, released in August 2005, Carell stars in one of his most iconic roles. The film had a budget of $26 million and grossed an impressive $177 million, with an IMDb rating of 7.1 and 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. This film was pivotal in launching Carell into stardom and featured the memorable line about chest hair, which became a cultural reference. Next, we have Little Miss Sunshine, released in July 2006. This indie hit had a budget of only $8 million and grossed $59 million. It holds a rating of 7.8 on IMDb and an impressive 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. Carell's role as the suicidal brother was a departure from his comedic persona, showcasing his dramatic range. In Evan Almighty, released in June 2007, Carell took on a leading role in the sequel. The film had a substantial budget of $175 million but only grossed $30 million, with a disappointing rating of 4.9 on IMDb and 23% on Rotten Tomatoes. Interestingly, this film features the largest, most expensive set ever built for a comedy. Horton Hears a Who, released in March 2008, brought Carell's voice to a beloved animated character. With a budget of $75 million, it grossed $297 million and earned a rating of 6.8 on IMDb and 77% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film's famous line, "A person's a person no matter how small," has resonated with audiences of all ages. Next is Get Smart, released in June 2008. This action comedy had a budget of $80 million and grossed $230 million. It holds a rating of 6.5 on IMDb and 51% on Rotten Tomatoes. Carell's portrayal of Agent 86 was a fresh take on the classic TV series, and the film included many nods to its source material. In Date Night, released in April 2010, Carell stars alongside Tina Fey in this romantic comedy. The film had a budget of $55 million and grossed $110 million, earning a rating of 6.3 on IMDb and 61% on Rotten Tomatoes. Fun fact: the chemistry between Carell and Fey was praised, as they improvised several hilarious moments throughout the film. Despicable Me, released in July 2010, features Carell as the voice of the villainous Gru. With a budget of $69 million, it grossed an astounding $543 million and holds a rating of 7.6 on IMDb and 81% on Rotten Tomatoes. Carell's performance was so beloved that it led to several sequels and spin-offs, establishing him as a prominent voice actor. In Crazy, Stupid Love, released in August 2011, Carell played a man navigating the complexities of love after a divorce. The film had a budget of $50 million and grossed $142 million, with a rating of 7.2 on IMDb and 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. Notably, this film features a memorable scene where Carell's character receives a makeover, leading to a comedic transformation. Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, released in June 2012, is a darker comedy about humanity facing extinction. With a budget of $5 million, it grossed only $2 million, holding a rating of 6.5 on IMDb and 58% on Rotten Tomatoes. This film stands out for its poignant exploration of relationships in the face of disaster. In Despicable Me 2, released in July 2013, Carell reprised his role as Gru. The sequel had a budget of $80 million and grossed a staggering $970 million, earning a rating of 7.1 on IMDb and 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. The success of this film solidified Carell's place in animated cinema and further developed the adorable Minions franchise. Anchorman 2: The Legend Continues, released in December 2013, saw Carell back as the lovable weatherman Brick Tanland. With a budget of $50 million, it grossed $127 million and received a rating of 6.3 on IMDb and 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. This sequel was highly anticipated, and many fans appreciated the film's nostalgic humor. Next is Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day, released in October 2014. This family comedy had a budget of $28 million but only grossed $19 million, earning a rating of 6.2 on IMDb and 45% on Rotten Tomatoes. Carell's performance as a well-meaning father provided humor amidst the chaos of family life. In Foxcatcher, released in November 2014, Carell took on a dramatic role that earned him critical acclaim. The film had a budget of $24 million and grossed $19 million, with a rating of 7.0 on IMDb and 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. Carell underwent a dramatic transformation for this role, including gaining weight and wearing prosthetic makeup, showcasing his dedication to the character. Beautiful Boy, released in December 2018, features Carell in a poignant story about addiction and family. With a budget of $10 million, it grossed only $2 million, but it holds an IMDb rating of 7.4 and a 66% Rotten Tomatoes score. The emotional weight of this film highlights Carell's ability to tackle serious themes. In Vice, released in December 2018, Carell portrayed Donald Rumsfeld in this political drama. The film had a budget of $60 million and grossed $76 million, earning a rating of 7.2 on IMDb and 66% on Rotten Tomatoes. Carell's transformation into Rumsfeld was met with praise, showcasing his versatility as an actor. The film The Greatest Gift, released in 2020, lacks available budget and gross numbers, but holds a rating of 7.7 on IMDb. This film adds to Carell's diverse portfolio, highlighting his continuous evolution as an actor. In Irresistible, also released in 2020, Carell plays a political consultant. While specific financial details are not available, the film holds a rating of 6.3 on IMDb and 73% on Rotten Tomatoes, reflecting Carell's comedic yet insightful approach to political themes. Welcome to Marwen, released in December 2018, follows a man who creates a miniature world as a form of therapy. With a budget of $38 million, it grossed only $5 million and received a rating of 6.2 on IMDb and 41% on Rotten Tomatoes. Carell's performance was notable for its emotional depth, as he portrayed a character dealing with trauma. In the series The Morning Show, which premiered in 2019, Carell plays a significant role alongside Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. Though budget details are not available, it holds a strong rating of 8.2 on IMDb. The show dives deep into the complexities of the news industry, showcasing Carell's range beyond comedy. Space Force, released in 2020, is a satirical series where Carell portrays a general tasked with establishing a new branch of the military. While budget details are unclear, it has a rating of 6.7 on IMDb, reflecting Carell's continued relevance in contemporary comedy. In The Patient, released in 2022, Carell takes on a dramatic role as a therapist held captive by a serial killer. While specific details are not available, it holds a rating of 7.0 on IMDb, further showcasing his ability to delve into serious themes. Minions: The Rise of Gru, released in July 2022, features Carell reprising his iconic role as Gru. With a budget of $80 million, it grossed over $1 billion, earning a rating of 6.5 on IMDb and 71% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film's success continues to highlight the love for the Minions franchise. In Asteroid City, released in June 2023, Carell joins a star-studded cast in a unique narrative. While budget and gross details are not available, it holds a rating of 6.5 on IMDb, showcasing Carell's ongoing collaboration with visionary directors. Finally, we look forward to Despicable Me 4, set to release in July 2024. With a budget of $80 million, this film is highly anticipated among fans, promising more adventures with Gru and his beloved Minions. Overall, Steve Carell's filmography is a remarkable blend of comedy, drama, and heartfelt storytelling. His ability to seamlessly transition between genres has made him a beloved figure in Hollywood. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the cinematic journey of this talented actor.